Okay, picture this. What if your insurance knew what you needed before you did? No, that's not some sci-fi movie plot. It's actually happening right now with AI in Asia. So in this explainer, we're going to dive deep into how two massive but super different markets are using AI to totally flip the script on insurance. And they're taking completely different roads to get there. Let's jump in. For insurers all over the world, the pressure is really on. The old ways of doing things, they're just not cutting it anymore in this new digital world. To stay in the game, you have to transform. And not, sometime next year. We're talking right now. It's a massive shift, and it is happening at a dizzying pace. And that really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's one thing to say, hey, we need to change, but it's a whole other thing to know how. How are the smartest companies out there actually using AI to get an edge? Well, we found the answer by looking at two incredible, real-world examples from Asia that basically give us a sneak peek into what the future looks like. Okay, so to really get the solution, we've got to understand the problem first. See, AI isn't just some shiny new tech toy. It's a seriously powerful tool that's being used to solve some of the industry's oldest, toughest challenges. So let's break down what those challenges are. When you really boil it all down, the entire industry is fighting a war on three fronts. You can see it right here. First, there's the internal battle, just trying to slash all those inefficiencies. Second, the market battle. How do you make your offerings personal to each customer? And third, maybe the toughest one, is the battle for the customer's heart, winning their trust. What's so amazing is that AI is pretty much the first tool that's powerful enough to fight on all three of these fronts at the exact same time. All right, first step, we're heading to China. Now, this is a market that operates in one of the most digitized places on the entire planet. Seriously, this isn't a story about a company adopting AI. No, this is a story about a place that lives and breathes it, where insurance is woven right into the fabric of everyday digital life. And this quote from Simon Kucher just hits the nail on the head. In China, you don't really go out and shop for insurance. Insurance finds you. And it does it seamlessly, right inside the apps you're already using every single day, like WeChat or Alipay. It's not some separate thing you have to go buy. It's just a feature inside this massive connected digital world. And here are two fantastic examples of this in action. First, take a look at Ping An. They're not just selling you a policy that sits in a drawer. They're creating a dynamic health partner that literally adjusts to your life in real time based on your data. Then you've got Zhong'en. They've taken the dreaded claims process, the thing that can take weeks or months everywhere else, and turned it into an automated experience that takes a few minutes. This isn't just a small improvement. It's a complete reinvention of what an insurance company even does. So, what's the big takeaway from China? Well, all these key lessons here really boil down to one main idea: the power of the ecosystem. As you can see from the first 2 points, being deeply integrated lets you scale up and move incredibly fast. But it also creates a super demanding mobile native customer who expects everything, like yesterday. And the last 2 points show us that this whole model only works because the government and the rules are actually built to encourage this kind of bold innovation, not slow it down. Okay, let's switch gears and jump to our next region to see a totally different approach. We're talking Southeast Asia now. This is a real mosaic of young, super high-growth markets that are also pretty fragmented. Here, AI isn't about tweaking an already mature system. Nope, it's about building a brand new one from scratch. This is what people call leapfrogging, and it's a massive strategic advantage. Think about it. Insurers in places like Vietnam or Indonesia don't have to deal with clunky, old, legacy computer systems. They can jump straight to the most modern, cloud-based, AI-powered platforms out there. In a weird way, their lack of old infrastructure is actually their biggest strength. And the way they're using AI really shows this different reality. Sure, AI is tackling the universal headache of automating claims. But check out FWD and Manulife. They're using really sophisticated AI. We're talking digital humans and generative AI, not to get rid of their agents, but to make them better, to supercharge them. In a region where personal relationships and trust are everything when it comes to selling insurance, focusing on empowering your people, well, that's a brilliant strategic move. The lessons from Southeast Asia, it's all about being agile. First, like we just saw, AI lets you leapfrog all that old tech. But, and this is so important, look at that second point. The real value they're finding is in training and sales. In markets where trust is built face-to-face, AI is the tool that makes your agent smarter and more effective, not obsolete. You combine that with modernizing regulations, and you've got a roadmap where technology and humanity work hand in hand. Okay, so this slide really puts it all together, side by side. On the left, you've got China, mature, totally mobile native, using AI for ultimate efficiency and hyper-personalization. Then on the right, you have Southeast Asia, high growth, fragmented, using AI to build trust and empower their sales teams. One is all about optimizing a massive, powerful system. The other is about building a new one from the ground up. See? Two very different paths, but both are leading to the future of insurance. So, after looking at these two powerhouse models, what can we all learn? Well, it doesn't matter if you're in a mature market or one that's just starting to grow. There are universal lessons here. Based on this whole analysis, we've boiled it all down to a 7-point playbook for any leader who wants to win with AI. Think of this as your roadmap to getting AI right. Now, I'm not going to read all 7 out loud, but let's hit a few critical ones. Number 1, adapt AI to local contexts, is exactly what we just saw comparing China and Southeast Asia. Total no-brainer. Number 3, focus on customer value. That's the golden rule, right? If it doesn't actually help the customer, it's just a science project. And check out number 7, future-proof the operating model. This isn't about a one-time upgrade. It's about getting your entire company ready to constantly evolve. And that right there is probably the single most important thing to take away from all this. The companies that win aren't going to be the ones that just buy some AI software. Nope. The winners will be the ones that build AI into their DNA. The ones that treat it not as a project with an end date, but as a dynamic, living capability, like a muscle that gets stronger and smarter every single time you use it. Which brings us to one final thought to leave you with. In this new age of AI, as the technology gets faster and smarter by the day, maybe the biggest risk isn't the tech itself. Maybe the biggest risk is the failure to adapt.